equipment to our left here. This is one of the bigger marine companies on the Great Lakes. What it has that a lot of them don't have is that floating dry dock. That's that large steel object to our left with the letters FCM on the side. That is the floating dry dock. That will lift a vessel out of the water for hull inspection and repairs. Now the Coast Guard must inspect hulls of all commercial vessels every 5 years. Now to do this is pretty easy. Large valves are open in the hull of the dry dock, allowing water to flow in and then it sinks down. Then the vessel is floated on board, the valves are closed and the water is pumped out. And the dry dock goes back up to the vessel inside. That vessel that's in there now been in there a few months and it's going to end up servicing between the mainland and Mackinac Island. There is supplies. Speaking of supplies, that white boat with the crane and pier right there on our left is a marine supply boat Ojibwe. It was built in 1945 and has been servicing vessels at the locks ever since. Now the Ojibwe goes out to the freighters as they pass and ties up beside them while they are moving, supplying them with fresh groceries, clean laundry, and anything else that they need. She handles over 6,000 items and can save the crews a lot of time. There's been a vessel going out to supply the ships here ever since 1905. Now this region right here is long connected to two Great Lakes. There was a place where the native people fished in the rapids for whitefish. That's when a young French soldier named Etrian Roulet came here in 1622. And he found that this area was a bustling center of Indian life in the Upper Great Lakes. Then in 1668, along came Father Marquette, hoping to convert the natives to Christianity. Fur trading posts were established. The U.S. Army built Fort Brady right here in 1823, and iron ore and copper were discovered in Upper Michigan in the 1840s. Then eventually, the lumbering wave from the lower peninsula swept north, and the settlement grew and grew into the two international sister cities you see right here today. Twin Sioux, as they are called. Now you take a look on the left here, you see that big empty lot. That has not always been empty. Union Carbide used to be there, and it was the Sioux's major employer from 1900 to 1960. They actually located, taking all that space up over there. Now, from what I understand and read, Sioux has somehow accumulated $20 million to totally refurbish this area right here. It's already just deep enough for freighters to come in, so and blue pilings and whatever, but the picture looked pretty good that I saw. Then you see that construction going on currently. That's Freshwater Research Center. And that is for research and education, Lake Superior States Project. The building will provide space for research on fish culture, fish health, K-12 discovery room, public outreach area, outdoor educational park, and office space for the researchers. Currently, the university has a small little spot there at the Logan and hydroelectric plant, but those students still are able to raise fish, do research, tagging, and stocking of them when it's salmon. Each year, students release over 40,000 salmon into the St. Mary's River. Now, these graduates will obtain jobs in fish and wildlife management, hatchery operations, ecology, and biological sciences. So you're wondering what that great big beautiful building is to our left? Well, Roland Hydroelectric Power Plant was built in 1902 at a cost of $6 million. Now this plant is a quarter-mile long, making it the longest power plant east of the Mississippi, and it is still very active in use today. Now there are 74 turbines that produce the power used in homes and businesses throughout the eastern Upper Peninsula. Power now for this plant begins in the upper end of the Miracle Locks, which maybe I can show you later, but then the canal winds through the city for 2¼ miles, making an island of the downtown business center. Get your cameras out. Good pictures right there. We're going to shoot. So the power canal for that plant winds through the city, and then the water abruptly drops 19 feet right behind it. And that's the run of all the turbines. The power plant was built in cedar, red sandstone, dredged up, and the power canal was built. Each stone was hand cut and hand set by Italian artisans. Now, if you take a good look between the mirrors of windows, you can see that the pillars were carved to look like a lighthouse. You see them? Yeah. This could be seen on the other side as well. At the time, the building was considered one of the wonders of the world. Now, the lower set of windows you see on this side do not exist on the 4th Avenue side. That's because the water level is 19 feet higher. As we go down a little further, if you take a look off your left shoulder backward there, you see the difference in the elevation. Now you can see that freighter moored the slip to our left. That is the museum ship Valley Camp. That was built in 1917. Valley Camp is 550 feet long, 58 feet wide. The city of Sault Ste. Marie acquired the ship for a museum during its 300th birthday celebration, 1968. It is one of the largest maritime museums on the Great Lakes, with over 100 displays in a cargo hold, including 2 lifeboats of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Now, the Edmund Fitzgerald and all her crew were lost in a very terrible storm in Lake Superior, November 10, 1975. Yes, I know you wonder what that big tower is back there. Tower of History, 210 feet high, with 5 observation platforms near the top. If you look up there, you can see the center one is enclosed in glass. There's 2 open air above, and there's 2 open air below. And it's reachable by elevator, or 292 stairs. Elevator, please. On the 3rd day, you can see forever. I've heard that's phrase before, but really you can't. They say it's about 20 miles distance that you can see. What we have coming up here, that looks like U.S. Coast Guard Sector, Sault Ste. Marie, one of the largest on the Great Lakes. It is responsible for search and rescue, marine safety, port operations, vessel inspections on Lake Superior, Northern Lake Huron, and Northern Lake Michigan. Now, before we go too far, take a look at the pilot house window right below it. Those are ribbons her crew has earned for ice-breaking and rescue efforts. Now, the Katmai Bay is a very strong record, and we're very proud to have her right here in good old Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Now, the Coast Guard oversees all marine traffic on the St. Mary's River. The Katmai Bay was built in 1978 and was the first 120-foot class of ice-breaking tug to operate on the Great Lakes. You break ice up 30 inches thick. Now, the buckthorn you see more than that slip there, that's a buoy tender. and it was built in 1963. And she is the oldest operating Coast Guard vessel on the Great Lakes. The oldest, the longest, the greatest, quite the area we got here. In other words, we've got the greatest